Hey everybody, it's Niall. Welcome back to Niall's Smile. Hey guys, so I just got back from Florida, but I predicted, if you guys have watched my last video, I said I was gonna be gone to visit my friend for a week. It was awesome. I bought a ton of books, some of them used, some of them new, and then I also received some books in the mail while I was gone, and so I was gonna wait until July so that I could post this as like my July book haul. But let's be honest, I got the books in June. It's one of those months. Yeah, so we're just gonna dive right into this. I'm so excited. I found some books that I was looking for specifically at the used bookstore, so yeah, so let us get into this. Okay, so the first 3 books I got at a used bookstore in Florida. It was like a comic book slash like normal books store, and it was awesome. And I was specifically looking for Judy Blume books when I went there because I just finished watching Judy Blume's masterclass. If you guys have heard of it, it's like a writing class taught by like different people in different professions. And so Judy Blume has her own masterclass. It's awesome, but she just basically talked about all of her like writing processes and like ideas behind all of her books, and it was just super informative. As like a writer myself, it just like all the advice she gave was amazing. And anyways, I love Judy Blume. I read all of her books when I was younger, but I didn't own any of them, so I'm trying to like collect the books that I used to read when I was younger. So anyways, I got 3 of her books here. The first one is Super Fudge. This was like my favorite book back when like in like 2nd or 3rd grade. Like her writing is just so amazing. These are all like little kid books, by the way. So some of you guys might be like, Naya, what is this? They're for like a younger, you know, audience, but I love them. The second book that I found was Then Again, Maybe I Won't, and I'm so excited. I want to go back and reread her books for younger kids because she really went into detail about like how she thought of the characters and the plot and stuff in her masterclass, and this was like one of the books that she referenced a lot, so I was like super excited to find it. The last one that I was able to find is It's Not the End of the World by Judy Blume. This book is so like engraved in my memory. This was like one of my favorite like books ever, and it's so funny because the title, It's Not the End of the World, was literally like me in 3rd grade, was just, I thought everything was the end of the world. So anyways, I picked up these 3 books and I'm so excited. I'm gonna put them right next to my Series of Unfortunate Events collection. And I'm just gonna have a whole shelf of books that I read between the ages of 10 and like 13. Okay, the next book I actually got for free at the library at a library in Florida. They kind of had like a bookshelf of books that they get rid of, so you can just take them for free. And then I saw this one and I was just like, warning, the cover is like super cheesy, but I just love it even more because of it. And it is White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've read Obsidian, I've read her contemporary book, oh, what was it called? I can't remember, but I've read a few of her books and I love them so much. And so when I saw this book, I was like, oh snap, this looks like a nice little romance. The main character in this book, or at least the guy's name is Zane, and he's a demon hunter, and that just sounds like a One Direction fan fiction to me. So that's partially why I grabbed it. But anyway, so I'm super excited to read it. I love Jennifer L. Armentrout's writing, and if you guys have read this book, let me know. It's the first in the Dark Element series, so if I like it, I might pick up the other ones, but it was free, so I grabbed it. The next 2 books I picked up at Target because Target was having like a 30% off their book sale, and then Target always like prices their books pretty cheap to begin with, so these books were like $9, and I'm so excited because I have been wanting to read these books forever. I've heard only amazing things, and I've actually already read the first book, and it was beautiful, and it made me cry, and it was amazing. And okay, that is The Princess Saves Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace. Now this is a collection of poetry, and it has a giant wonderful 20% off sticker on the front. Thank you, Target, for putting stickers on the front of books. This book is a collection of poems, and warning, it does deal with, and what I love about the poetry in this book is it's so real. It talks about mental illness, it talks about abuse, it talks about rape, it talks about a lot of things that aren't, I feel like, talked about. So there is like a trigger warning on this. It definitely, like, in detail goes into a lot of this stuff, and it just, to me, that's why I love the book, is because I was just like, I could relate to a lot of the things that the author was writing about, and like her style of writing is so just like blunt and raw and just real, and I just love it so much. And I picked up the second book too, which is oops, sorry, I can never figure out which one's the front and the back, but The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, and I'm so excited to read this one now that I've read this. I'm really bummed though, because when I read this book, I was in Florida, and I didn't have like my sticky notes and like my little pens and all that kind of stuff, so I couldn't annotate it. So I'll probably go back and read it again soon, so that I can go in and like write it and, you know, tear it apart and commit bookish sins. Anyways, the first book was amazing and I can't wait to read the second one. If you're really interested in poetry or you want to get into poetry that's relatable, I highly recommend this. It's amazing. The next book that I picked up from Target is the Fiction Faction July Book of the Month. I'll talk more about it in videos later on, but it is Save the Date by Morgan Matson, and I'm so excited to read this one. I have not read a Morgan Matson book. I know. But I'm excited because I have her other book, it's the one about summer. Well, I feel like all of her books take place in summer, but like it has to do with that really popular one. You know which one I'm talking about. I got this book and it has to do with like, it sounds like to me like one of those really funny rom-com movies where it's like the whole movie centered around a wedding. Like this book is centered around a wedding that's going on and like all the chaotic madness that's happening and like family drama and just all this like comedic but serious but like touching stuff. Oh my god! Okay, this next package I received from Tor. Thank you so much to Tor because I requested this book and I didn't know if they were going to send it to me, but I was like bawling when this came in the mail because if you guys know, one of my favorite series of all times, like a series that has just changed my life. I'm gonna talk about it more in the future, but it is Every Heart a Doorway by Sheena McGuire. I have the whole series. Tor sent me an arc of the third book. It was originally just supposed to be a standalone, but now a fourth book is coming out in January. And they sent me that fourth book and I have it in my hands. Okay, I am like freaking, okay, I'm not gonna cry because like I feel like I've been crying in a lot of my videos and we just can't do that. I requested the book and they wrote me a little note and they sent it. This is an art, okay? This book doesn't come out until January. Like this is like my most prized possession right now. It is just, oh my god. Okay, I'm just like fangirling and I haven't even talked about what this series is about. If you haven't read Every Heart a Doorway series by Sheena McGuire, please, please, please do yourself the kindness of reading it because it is amazing, okay? All the books are super short. The first book I read 3 times and I'm gonna read it a 4th time. But this is the 4th book in the series and it is called In an Absent Dream and it is just so beautiful and I'm just looking at it in the viewfinder and it's just making me cry right now. Okay, so yes, this book comes out in January. This series follows kids that come back from magical worlds and have to adjust to being in the real world, but I feel like that is a very, very vague synopsis because if you read this book, the writing is so beautiful and it touches on, you know, there's a lot of metaphors for like life in this book and in this whole series and like, oh, I can't describe it. Like I don't have the adjectives to describe how amazing this series is and it's just, yeah, it's on my top shelf back there, but this is the 4th book and I'm gonna put it back in the package because like I need to be in a certain headspace to read her books. Like, you know what I mean? Like some books you just have to, like the timing has to be perfect when you read it. So I'm putting it in here until I finish the other books that I'm currently reading and then I'm gonna lock myself in a closet and read this book and then die a little inside, so. And the next book that I got, again, holy crap, okay, like, I love every publisher out there, like, you guys are amazing. So I recently did a book haul, or not a book haul, but a reading vlog where I read An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night, and the, oh my, I just, okay. So I made that video for Penguin Teen. I was reading it. I'm a huge fan of the series. And they sent me the 3rd book that just came out, A Reaper at the Gates, okay? They wrote me this beautiful letter about like the video that I made and she signed it. Do you see that? N-A-I-A. That is my name. She signed it and I'm just, oh my god. Thank you so much to the people at Penguin Teen. This literally, like, I received that package from Tor and like died a little bit inside and then this came in the mail and then I opened it and realized that it wasn't just signed, it was personalized with my name and it came with this letter and I'm just like flipping out. It is like, if you like action-packed, like Roman Empire style books, this is gonna be the book for you. Warning though, the plot twist in the 2nd book will kill you, so have ice cream ready. The last box I got from Big Honko Media and they sent me this box and you guys, check it out. So I opened it, right? And it just has all of this fake grass in it and I'm like, what is this? Okay, and then I pull out this book. Like, what? 110 points for the packaging like of this book. It's so cool. So this book follows our main character, who is a night spirit, and she like lives in the woods, and she's like one of the most renowned like thieves. So she steals from like the day people, which is like normal people, and that's what she does. And it's so cool. I've never read a book from the perspective of like a night spirit. Our main character, she ends up going and trying to steal something from a human and gets trapped in the day world and becomes like human, and has to like find her way back to becoming a night spirit. And it just sounds really cool, and it takes place in the woods, and I have all this grass. The box also came with this really cool little like wooden notebook, which if I open it, you guys, it's so cool. It has a notepad as well as like little sticky notes and stuff. So thank you so much to Big Honko Media. It also came with like a little keychain that said Willa of the Wood on it, and it's just so cool. I love it so much. Those are all the books that I got this past week. I promise this is the last book haul for June until July rolls around. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, keep reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!